Alright, and welcome in everyone to this qualification match for Beyond the Stars between Swamp on the killer side and Arctic Wolves on the survivor side. We are on the groaning storehouse. That means the team can decide for their own killer here. It is going to be the Oni in this case. The other two options would have been the Hillbilly and the Demogorgon. We do see that Anley is trying to find the first survivor here deep in the corrupted area and is not successful so far. So this is going to be some seconds being taken from the killer here by Team Arctic Wolves. We do see Corrupt Intervention paired with Undying and Ruin and the Hex Pentimentor. So we do see a quite aggressive build that is all about pressuring the survivors and making them slower on the objectives. First Chase is coming out with a Spider here in the midsection of this map. He does find the way back towards this filler pallet here. Is going to be a quick drop to make sure that no injury is applied too quickly. Good start for Arctic Wolves. We are 80 seconds into this game very soon, so this means individual repaired generators will be popped any second, and Spider is working his way back into this jungle gym here. Another pre-drop. So we can already tell that Arctic Wolves on the survivor side is keeping it really safe here, but unfortunately this is going to be the first hit into this game, and now you can just follow the survivor, take the blood and get your first power ready as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's a very early first hit, but not even a single generator done and you have this first hit, so Anley is going to have that power up really soon here, but it is just going to be the loop here, just going for the M1, not really going to use that power just yet. Does get the power finally. We'll see. He's going to pop the power and then probably just dash elsewhere and go for one of the other survivors. And that does look like that is going to be the case. Anley spots the track or the scratch marks. Isn't going to get anything off of this dash though. Going to be the loop here, breaks the pallet. And the survivor, whoever is being tracked, that is going to be Intimidator being found, is going to go straight down onto the ground, unable to get to that pallet. And it is going to be the pickup, not quite under pallet. There won't be a pallet safe. And that's going to be the first hook of the game, one generator in.
It's going to be a huge down here for our killer, as you mentioned, quite quickly into the trial. The power, great use here. Intimidator going also on a hook in the midsection, so the other generators are quite fairly close, but we do see that one survivor is already here. That is our injured Spider, who's taking the unhook. Intimidator will try to force the BT. It's not going to work, and now you're kind of in a difficult spot because now you can be grabbed from the window here, so getting stuck there. And the killer with a beautiful play blocking the pathway there from the survivor, forcing them into the vault, and then the grab. Really nice play here. We can also see that there's a lot of blood here on this main building from the Claudette and the Jeff, so just a few of them and then we're close to the power. This is going to be just coming out now, so you do have a lot of pressure at this point. You do have two hook stages so far, you do have a good hook location, and you have your power ready to go. So the question is going to be, are we going to see Intimidator camped into the elimination, forcing the 3v1, or are you keeping it quite aggressive here?
I mean, if you're Anley right now, you're definitely thinking there's still 3 gens left. And Intimidator only got like another maybe 15 seconds left on that hook, so you just camp it out, and the other survivors can't really do anything. Obviously, Spider was one of the ones with borrowed time, so going for a 2-man save would be kind of risky, because Spider is injured, and yeah, Intimidator is just going to be camped to death. The power is going to be popped. Generator gets done, but that's a kill before the last generator, and that's always going to have value. And we are going to get into yet another chase. This time it's going to be onto Turtle Soup, and we're going to see what Turtle is capable of. Does have Shack right here, so should be able to get a little bit of value out of it, but doesn't quite get into the locker in time. Instead, just goes down on the ground. That's going to be the pickup and the hook onto Turtle Soup, and it's going to be a hook on the hill, so it's going to be a lot harder for these survivors to get the unhook.
this was a very, very good work by our killer here. Impressive down there in the shack. And now we can see that he's feeling confident going towards this generator over here, collecting the blood. The survivors decided to just pressure the generators here. Claudette for a long time now injured in this trial. And this is going to be the location revealed there on the edge map. This is going to be a missed skill check that shows us where the other survivor is going to be. So they are also left and right of the hook, kinda. So this is good to know for Anley. And this survivor here is going to be in a difficult spot because you don't reach any pallet if you're zoned in this direction, and therefore it's just going to be the M1. So one survivor still remaining in the trial. You do have the power, so that equals a high mobility. And there's the last survivor in the midsection running towards the shack, and this is not the situation you want to be in. Quick down by Anley here, and everything looks like Swamp kicking this off with a 4K on 2 generators remaining.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when we talk about Oni, we talk about either feast or famine, and this was very much a feast for Anley. Just so much pressure right from the get-go, and this was just what a performance from Anley, and Swamp is going to be really happy with this result.
Yeah, Swamp is feeling great right now. They're coming in here. Anley is kinda using some time to get the first hit, but still getting it in the corrupt intervention. And then such a confident performance. You could really tell how the Oni is picking up the momentum and the good mindset, and how he became stronger and stronger in the trial, keeping the survivors under pressure, and also sending a nice signal towards his survivor crew, which is about to face the killer of Arctic Wolves. It's going to be really interesting to see if Arctic Wolves is going to decide for the Oni as well, or if they're coming out with the Demogorgon or the Hillbilly here. I'm always really bad in predictions, so Will, do you think they're going to bring the Oni as well, or do you try something different here?
I think at this point you have to. Billy might not be too good on this map given just the amount of stuff the survivors have to run around. And Demo definitely would be the more consistent pick, I would say.
Yeah.
But consistency isn't going to cut it. You need to just dominate. If you are the killer of Arctic Wolves, you just need to dominate these survivors of Swamp. That is the only way you are coming out with a win here. Because 4K at 2 gens left, that's a tall order, if you ask me, especially on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree on that, and I kind of like your prediction on the Demogorgon there, because I do think Groaning Storehouse has potential. If you do get a nice early hook, you talked about dominance, so you definitely need a quick early game there, and then you make something work with your portals and trying to zone the survivors or forcing the trades, maybe even with a basement hook. That would be really insane here. So we are going to find out if Arctic Wolves on killer side can stand this impressive performance from Swamp on the Oni, and we are going to catch you after we have switched the sides. And welcome back, everybody, to the second trial between Arctic Wolves and Swamp. After a very impressive 4K by Swamp on 2 generators remaining, Arctic Wolves is now coming out as the Oni as well, and needs to stand the 4K as well here with, in best case, 3 generators up to catch the win here. So this is going to be a quick first chase, and we can already tell that there's a little swap in the packs. This is going to be the vault into the killing with the light, though. This is a really good one with the Predator, but unfortunately not going to work out there. A little bit too much panic, maybe because of the brutal strength, and then the hop into the locker. This is going to be the instant grab for our killer here. So this is basically a dream start.
Yeah, I can kind of see what Shadao was going for there, but I don't think that's really worth it, because that's a very defendable hook. Obviously, it isn't in your corrupt, so you can kind of just camp the gen and the hook, and it's in that back corner, and so it's going to be difficult to get that save. So Yeah, this is the dream start if you are Spider right now, as you were saying. Because now you can really just do whatever you want. Although, you don't have your power yet. So you still need to play for that. And it is going to be the pallet stun coming in. And just taunt, but not going to go for it. Instead, going to go back. There's the scratch marks going back to the hook. Trying to catch whoever's going for this save. And that is going to be the auto hook coming through. So no second stage. The firecrackers get the blind. And Spider, a little bit confused as to where the survivors are. Pallet is down already, and both survivors are still here. It looks like it is going to be the body block. Borrowed time? No, just going down onto the ground. I think the borrowed time just expired there. So, and just barely not enough blood, but there should be some blood drops once the hook comes through. Yeah, and that's only going to have his power.
Yeah, that is now the power really important here for the mobility, and I really like how Spider is also playing out the map environment here. The hook deep behind the shack there is really allowing him to pinpoint these survivors behind the pallet there, and then he really got the value out of the brutal strength and making some... Oh, this is going to be interesting here. There were some scratch marks behind the rock, but Spider decides to scout at the shack instead, interrupting this generator over here as well. As good as the first start was, you still need to go for 4K, and our Nia has the confidence to wait at the pallet and force the stun with the perfect timing. So this is a really, really impressive play now by Team Swamp, but immediately going back, catching the right timing when the unhook is coming through. It's going to come down to the question, where is this arena? Because that would potentially be an elimination into the 3v1 scenario on 5 generators still standing. You can see the pre-drop immediately coming through because you want to have this last run as long as possible. So it comes down to just a few seconds here, and Swamp on this survivor right here needs a really, really good chase, but Spider decides to interrupt the survivor over here. Not sure if I agree with this choice, because the 3v1 would be so necessary in order to take a good result, but if he is able to get the power once again and then get it down, I guess the pressure will also come in quite handy here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Spider was hoping to get that hit before the ace went through the window. I think that was the plan, and that just didn't happen. So we are going to see the power come back online, and 2 generators are done already. If Spider wants to win this, he needs to win this now. And it looks like he's going to be chasing Rocket on the Nia. Going to be trying to go for the hit. Doesn't get it through the window, and the teabag. I love Rocket's confidence right now. And it's just, he's gonna go down anyway, but I like the confidence. And
Yeah.
once again, it is gonna be a hook in this back corner. Although, I think this generator is done, I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like that generator that was next to us did get finished, so you can't really protect that generator. And right now it's just gonna be looking for other survivors, gonna be picking up blood. Splinter Hull putting in work right now. And that is going to be the Ruin gone. And just going to be running around collecting blood. Not really finding anyone at the moment.
Yeah, well, I totally agree though. The confidence was really, really great from our survivor. Getting the vault last second, before that the pallet's done, and then you teabag into Spider's face here saying, hey, Swamp is having the control over the match still. You might have gotten some hooks here, but we are going to get our generators completed. 2 more to go though for the win, and this is a very nice reply by Spider now on exactly this survivor, but he does get another head-on into the face here as well. It's almost a back and forth at this point between Arctic Wolves on Killer's side and Swamp here. Really, really nice to see that. Spider not able to track the survivor properly. The survivor was here at the TNL wall, and now the survivor is actually taking a lot of time from the Killer, turning the TNL into a very, very safe tile here. Very impressive chase. The power is about to run out. That's going to happen now. There's another generator, so this would be the tie condition. So one more and then we are through here.
And Rocket gets picked up. I don't know if that's Unbreakable or the Claudette. Could be either. Might have been the Unbreakable there. But this this was a really good start for Spider, and it's just not. There's the last generator. It's great start. Didn't really get to do much with it though, and it is just gonna be the pallet drop from Rocket. Gonna continue looping here. Doesn't get the hit over the pallet. No pokos for you, sir. And it's just gonna. The loop is going to continue. That pallet is still up. Bloodlust 2 here. It's just gonna be Bloodlust for the win, it looks like. Yeah, and Rocket finally going back on the ground. But that's a lot of time that Rocket bought, and there could be that last generator popping any moment now, really.
That will be generator number 5, very likely coming out very soon, seeing the efficiency of Swamp so far, and also the great generator setup they have created here, the huge triangle across the entire map. There's generator number 5, one survivor getting located over here at the TNL, but we have seen before Swamp really confident on these rather unsafe tiles. This is going to be the vault into the killer though, but a nice choke as a response to that. So Spider will be a little bit longer busy here over here, but gets a nice flick around the corner onto the survivors. So this is going to be hook stage number 5 coming in, and as confident as we have seen Spider getting into the match here, we have really seen a team Swamp that was not taking too much risk, and if they have taken risk, it was done really confidently, and therefore they have just knocked out the generators here. They have shown an impressive performance, and they will even, or very likely, take some stages out of the door here. So Swamp absolutely showing a great performance right here, and sending a signal to the other competitors why they want to be in the main stage.
Yeah, this was just an incredible performance by Swamp, and I really gotta say, I love the confidence from Rocket. And yeah, it is just gonna be the 3 outs, so that is gonna be Swamp moving on to the main stage, and yeah, just an incredible performance from them. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I think we're gonna give Swamp the little MVP title here, because I do agree with that. The moves, the pallets done, the TNL loop was really incredible. So Swamp is taking the win here over the Arctic Wolves in the qualification stage of Beyond the Stars. Stay tuned, guys. We have more matches coming up very soon. The main stage is about to start in cooperation with DBD League and the Wolfpack as the production crew here. We hope you like this match, and we hope to catch you in the main event.